day 5. It's just after 8 a.m. Walking down to grab a coffee before I set off from Apollo Bay. We did get a storm overnight. Everything's very wet. Not raining at the moment, but it might impact my ability to stop along the way, particularly if I'm driving like in and out of rain pockets. There's a couple of stops I will definitely make. Some of the more off the track ones where I'd be going on like dirt tracks, I'll probably avoid because they're going to be very wet and I don't want to do that. So yeah, see how it goes. So, it's pissing down rain. Got my umbrella, sponsored by Mazda. Many thanks. Seems appropriate for the road trip. I'm going to do this Rainforest Walk according to the sign over here, which, yeah, that one. It's only 800 meters and is a grade 2 easy. So I'm expecting that the rain isn't going to have fucked it up too much, otherwise I probably wouldn't do it. But I'm keen to give this a try anyway. Yeah, we'll see what's at the bottom here. This was actually recommended to me by a local while I was filling up petrol, you know, throwing away my life savings at this point. But we'll check it out. Yeah. It's actually very dark in here, so hopefully the camera picks it up alright. It's got night modes and shit, so. But being down here in a rainforest walk while it's actually raining is incredibly cool. I would definitely recommend it if you're as stupid as I am and willing to do something like this. So, the drive up here was amazing too. I might pull some footage off my dash cam just because it was beautiful winding drive while raining through a rainforest. Exactly the sort of stuff I love to do. So, my umbrella is knocking ferns away so I can duck underneath. Not sure how much of this I'm going to record, but yeah, I suppose once I get to the end I'll take some. It's a triple tree. It's apparently somewhat heritage listed or something like that. So this is pretty much the final sort of viewing platform here on the Maits Rest walk. Just gorgeous rainforest. And as I said, really cool to actually do this in the wet. Gives a totally different vibe to the walk. So I'm going to head back up to the car park now. It didn't take me half an hour, probably like 10, 15 at the most. And I will get back in the car, and I'm not really very wet, but just dry some of the drops that did land on me, and sort of like my legs I guess are a little wet, but yeah, let's go. Definitely not the highlight of my trip here. I drove about 12 k's off the main Great Ocean Road to come down to this lighthouse. They charge you entry to even go and have a look at, which I'm not already spending enough money. I don't want to spend like 20 bucks just to walk and look at something when there's so much free shit to do. But the worst part, I hit a kangaroo on the way down here. Thankfully going pretty slow because it was off the main road. I slowed down to about 10-15 k's an hour. Probably would have been able to stop completely had it been dry, but couldn't brake fully, otherwise I would have skidded and lost the car. So the kangaroo got up and hopped away, but it knocked like my bumper on the front driver's side slightly off where it should be, and there's a small crack in it, which is not great. Next town I get to, I suppose I'll see if I can find a way to fix it if I can get undercover, because it's still fucking raining. Yeah, not thrilled. I do have like a really comprehensive repair plan for this car, so hopefully they'll cover it. I think it's like 50 bucks any repair. This might be a little more than that, 100, 150, but that's still pretty good, relatively speaking. So I'll call them up when I get back home, I guess. So just before I forget, the car is thankfully fine. There's some splats on here that could just be bugs, because I did see like butterflies and stuff along the way. This was loose, but I've managed to click it back in. I will get Mazda to have a proper look at it. And there is unfortunately this crack right here. It's probably about, I don't know, centimetre and a half, or half an inch for people that use stupid measurement systems. Which hopefully, because I've got scratch and dent repairs for the car, will be included, and I should be able to get fixed for like $50. But otherwise, still running perfectly fine. This is about 1 kilometre shy of the 12 Apostles. Can't remember if that rock there is meant to be one of them or not. I walked down what they called Gibson Steps onto this beach here. I'm pretty sure that, like, just up there somewhere is where the actual 12 Apostles lookout is meant to be. Yeah, I've never been down here on the ground before. It's pretty cool. Yeah, so these are 2 of the remaining 12 Apostles. There aren't 12 here anymore, but we're not going to change the name. I think if I test out the zoom, you can see it's up on the hill there. I'm pretty sure you can see like the fence work and stuff. That's where people actually stop to have a look. Somewhere up there. But, just these cliffs. I don't think the video really captures quite how massive it is to be under them, but yeah, it's just... Look at that. It's just cool. This is going to be a quick one. I made it to the top. I brought the small umbrella. It wasn't raining when I left, and now it's coming in fucking sideways. Here are the remaining Apostles from the top of the lookout. I'm going back to the car. Still pissing down rain. This spot is called Thunder Cave, which I'm assuming is this down here. Pretty cool. I am above ground, not in the cave, where I would be probably a little drier, but still worth it. Loving everything I'm seeing out here. So this one here, which if you can hear me over the water, is apparently called London Bridge. So anyone from London, or who has been to London and seen the actual bridge, let me know if it looks anything like it. I wouldn't mind getting down onto the beach here, I think that'd be pretty cool, but some steps over there, but I have no idea how to get to them. And it looks like it's a hell of a way down, so I might just skip it. Yeah, just more beautiful cliffs on the south coast of Australia. Yet another coastal stop on the way. This one is called the Grotto. No rain at the moment, but the storms aren't looking fantastic, so as you can see I can make my way down to the bottom, so let's go do that. Not really sure what the point of recording this particular bit is, but there is a cheese world here, but it is unfortunately closed. I was going to buy some cheese and look at cheese making history stuff, but not to be. So back to the car. So I made it to Port Fairy. I'm at a very, very quiet beach on what I think is the south side of town. It's called South Beach. It's very windy, as you can tell by the way my hair is billowing. I got to my motel and there was no one there. Check-in is at 2:30 onwards to 8. I got there at 3. And there's a sign saying up they'd be back between 3 and 4 p.m. So I figured I would check out the town because coming into town, I literally just left farmland and I hadn't seen basically anything around, so I had no idea where the fuck I was, or if there was even going to be anything to do here. Drove through town to get to this beach where there was a public toilet because I really needed to piss. And yeah, there were a couple of pubs and some shops. I don't know what I'm going to do for 2 days here, other than maybe spend some time at the pub, which looked like a bit of a dive, but maybe it's just really historic. So there's a few pubs in town here. There's the Victoria Hotel, which looks very old. There's this one, the Caledonian Inn, which is, according to that sign, the oldest licensed hotel in Victoria. So we're going to grab a beer there. I think there's another one down that way somewhere. I'm going to go check out in a minute. So this is this room in Port Fairy. And by that I mean it's the whole room. A bathroom. Got some kitchen supplies, which is nice. I think there's also a laundry here outside, which is cool. So I do need to do some washing. I'm not convinced this is anything like the photos I saw, but I did buy one of the cheaper rooms, and it's still pretty nice. It's smaller, but also somehow more modern than the last one I was in, with the exception of this air conditioner,